Okay. I believe we should be live. According to Streamlabs, the microphone is working. So, we should be all set. If you can hear me, say something. But anyways, how's it going, everyone? My name is Mitchell Mander, and welcome to my live stream. We're going to be talking about Pokemon Horizons episode 62 in today's live discussion. We get a little bit of backstory on Roy, and we get his rematch with Ryme. So how was the episode overall? Well, before we get into that, just a few things. If you're someone that's new here, this is kind of what we do here. You know, I give it a couple minutes for people to show up for the live discussion. You know, just waiting for some of the regulars to show. Then we get into the discussion. I usually give my summary of the episode, and then assign a rating. Then I hand it over to the chat, and then we talk about whatever after that point. So, that's kind of the lowdown. And then at the end, we just assign a final rating. I also have a poll for everybody to vote in that's showing up live. So if you're showing up here for that, highly encourage you to vote and discuss your thoughts on the episode in the chat. So, yeah. That's kind of the lowdown. Also, the music you hear in the background, I also have to mention this, comes from a separate stream, Video Game Study Lounge, basically lo-fi remixes of video game music, along with some originals in there, here and there. It's pretty cool. I listen to it when I'm, working out, studying, at work. I need something to distract me while I'm working for the day. Just whatever. It's really cool. Really neat. You should check it out sometime, and links in the description. So, with that said, let's see who's here. We have Pokefan. How's it going? Rajith. How's it going? The Singing Snorlax. Hiya. How's it going? Welcome in. Hope you're all having a wonderful evening. Doing this stream a little bit later than normal. But hey, better late than never, right? Gotcha. Oh, by the way, Pokefan, sometime this week I'll be reaching out to you for those messages. I apologize, I've been kind of busy. I know I got a few things going on this week as well, but I will try to figure out something coming up here. Just a brief little chit chat. Just ate dinner, good, just watched the episode. Roy finally passed his test, yes. And it was really cool. But I'll give my thoughts when we get to like the 5-minute mark here. We got 7 people here. What's up, y'all? I got 5 likes. I really appreciate it if you drop a like. I mean, obviously, if you've already liked the video, you've already done your part. But it helps the channel. It helps us grow here and maybe get some new people in. Hang out and chat about the Pokemon episodes. Yeah, it's fine. We had some personal family stuff happen last week anyway, so it worked out. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll figure something out. It's gonna be a busy couple of weeks for me, but I will find time somewhere. Maybe later this week. We'll see. I'll let you know. I think this is Donkey Kong Country 2 remix. It is. Good song too. Alright, give it about 40 more seconds and then we'll get started with my summary of the episode. But yeah, just a reminder for you guys to vote in the polls and, say hi if you want to. For the lurkers out there, I appreciate you. Maybe one day you'll join the chat, but for now, I appreciate the lurk. How do you feel about the battle to episode 64? You mean for Lico's battle? Lico versus Grusha? Is that what you're referring to? Okay, it's 62, gotcha. I was like, I don't even know if episode 64 has been revealed yet. We should be getting some episode titles here soon. We might get like a couple here this week, and then like next week or two we'll get summaries. And then we'll know what's coming up after all these episodes. And I will say I'm going to be a little busy at work this week, so whenever those episode titles come, bear with me. I'm also going to have a lot of streams this week. There's going to be lots of streaming on the channel this week, so I will do what I can, guys. I'm only human. Anyways, I'm starting this a whole minute late, but let's go ahead and do the summary for the episode. So, episode 62, Pokemon Horizons. Starts off where last week's episode ended off with Roy getting, that crushing defeat and failing his terrestrial implementation test. But he quickly picks himself up thanks to Lico. And one thing that I do like in this episode is I like how Nemona's there to kind of encourage Roy and kind of pump him up and do some training. And actually produces some results, because they end up doing some speed and attack training. And it actually makes Fuecoco a little bit stronger and a little bit faster, which I thought was pretty interesting. But one thing that Nemona points out to Roy is that when it comes to that song, he sings it's very repetitive, and so it made it really easy for Ryme to basically detect all of Fuecoco's movements because of how repetitive it is. So you kind of had to go back to understanding why Roy likes to sing in the first place, which Lico asked, and we find out that it's because of his parents. So we get the reveal of Roy's parents. They exist, but we actually get to see them too. But they end up going off on a voyage, and it seems like they've been gone for a long time. Since we don't know where they went or when they're ever coming back. It sounds like it's been a couple years. But anyways, Roy learned to sing from his parents, and then he kind of used, that to sing to various Pokemon, which led to him meeting Fuecoco. So, that was pretty interesting. I was definitely not expecting that. But that's pretty much Roy's backstory and what he likes to sing. Now, Roy wants to do some additional training with Nemona, but that concert's coming up because it's basically his last chance to actually pass the terrestrial course, or this second test. So Lico and Dot go and distract Ryme and Moist Critical. Just gonna call him Moist Critical. But anyways, they distract her. Enough time for Roy to show up, and turns out that he didn't really do a bunch of training. They were doing some singing, which kind of concerns Lico and Dot. However, when we go to the battle, it's a 1v1 this time. Obviously, the last one was 2v2, but Roy took down Houndstone, so I guess it makes sense that it's a 1v1. But if Roy is successful this time around, then he'll be able to pass. And this is where it becomes interesting, because the battle this time around, Fuecoco and Roy singing is not repetitive. They came up with their own new song, but they changed it up so that it's throwing off Toxtricity. And it's actually kind of working off of it, and it's actually kind of crazy how overwhelmingly Fuecoco won this time around. Like it's the complete opposite of the previous matchup. Last time, Fuecoco couldn't do anything. Here, it's Toxtricity that can't do anything. Also, using Discharming Voice was pretty interesting. It's not very effective against Toxtricity, but doing it repeatedly actually ends up throwing it off even more. And it's actually causing Ryme to actually struggle quite a bit, eventually having to terrestrialize her Pokemon, which Fuecoco terrestrialized as well. And in their final clash, it looks like Fuecoco gets hit, but the flamethrower pierces through and takes down Toxtricity. And as a result, Roy was successful and passes. So yeah, a very interesting way to end off this episode. Also, Grusha makes a brief appearance, having watched the concert. And that's where we're going in the next episode, to meet Grusha for Liko's test. So, excuse me. Overall, I thought this episode was really good. I thought it was a very solid episode. I liked Roy's backstory. It was actually really needed. Roy really needed some backstory and kind of, a little bit more character for his background. I think this episode really did Roy a lot of justice, like big time. Roy really needed this arc, these 3 episodes. This was a great way to kind of end off things. Not to mention Fuecoco got stronger, and Roy learned from his mistakes in the previous episode and quickly took off from there. And I also like that Nimona was there to kind of coach and help out Roy too. I thought that was really cool. That's actually something that I kind of wanted to see in this arc, was Nimona and some of the other students helping out the new students, Liko, Roy, and Dot. So that was cool. I thought it was really nice. Again, the backstory is great. Fuecoco dominating this battle was really cool. And it's not so much this episode's fault, but because we had little time, obviously it had to be a 1v1. So, unfortunately, Kilowattrel didn't get its justice, and that probably is one point I have to take away from this whole arc. Unfortunately, it felt like Kilowattrel, it evolved because, essentially, it felt like it evolved just because it had to, participate in this battle. And it lost so easily, which was really disappointing. So that's one problem that I do have. I will say that I'm not disappointed that Fuecoco didn't evolve in this episode. I don't know if you guys caught it in the previous stream, but I pretty much made a mention after watching last week's episode and then the preview for this episode. I was like, Fuecoco's chances of evolving have kind of just shot down. There's still a good chance it could evolve, but not as strong as before. And I think I've caught onto a pattern that's going on here. This happened with Sprigatito and Quaxley, where we thought that the Pokemon was going to evolve, and then it didn't evolve, but then in a later episode it ends up evolving. There's a pattern to all 3 of these Pokemon. They also got their own mystery gift in Scarlet and Violet, so... and usually after that, the evolution followed. So... I think my prediction now for Fuecoco's evolution is probably going to be at the end of this arc, or towards the end of it. Kind of similar to how Sprigatito evolved at the end of Chapter 2. Fuecoco is more than likely evolving by the end of Terrestrial Course, or Terrestrial Debut arc. So yeah, again, I'm not disappointed that it didn't evolve. I kind of feel like the more the focus was on Roy and his backstory. But, hey... who knows? We'll probably be getting that evolution soon enough. There's already merchandise and stuff that's already kind of spoiled that it's going to happen. So we'll just give it a little bit more time. So I'm not disappointed, but we'll just see what happens. But anyways, my final rating for this episode is probably a solid 9 out of 10. Strong episode. I just think that Kilowattrel really kind of needed to do something here, and I'm really, 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 really hoping it does something in the future, because, man, I'm kind of just getting frustrated at this point. So, hopefully things turn around for the little burb, or I'd say little, the big burb now. Anyways, to catch up on the chat. How do you feel about the battle? I liked the battle. Also, some of the animation and choreography was actually pretty cool too. Episode 64 leak. Liko, Roy, and Dot attend Mitchell Mander's stream. Oh, they actually come to life. Interesting. I like the story of Roy's parents. Yeah, me too. It was nice. It was very brief, but I think it was well done. I enjoyed this episode. The training was nice, but man, the flashback truly gave me Forager family vibes with how wholesome and loving Roy's parents are. My only gripe is Kilowattrel was done dirty, 9 out of 10. Whenever I get a chance in the future, I might actually make a video about my biggest issue with Pokemon Horizons, which currently it's the secondary Pokemon. Music is dear to my heart, so the family singing did get me teary-eyed. Yeah, that was really nice. It was a really nice moment. Also, here's a fun fact. It wasn't the training that made Fuecoco fast. Roy bought a Red Bull at 7-Eleven and they split it. Yep, makes sense. So in other words, I got a buff. By the way, I'm not sick. I'm just got some stupid stuff in my throat and I'm trying to get it out and it won't budge. But I ain't sick. I'm pretty much over it. I can't wait for episode 63. Yep, you got 5 more days, and then you'll have it. Well, the unsub version, which is kind of hard to find these days. The source that I had no longer streams the episodes, which is pretty sad. I used to wake up and watch those streams. Oh well. Some things have to come to an end. An evolution definitely would have been cool, but I have a feeling it won't be too much longer. It would have been more of a cherry on top, if anything. But yeah, I feel like it's coming soon. I wonder why Nimona has no stamina, and if they're going to expand her character out. You know, I thought that was actually funny. I like how Roy kind of like outshined everyone in that department. Even Nimona, of all people. She had even less stamina than Liko and Dot. And that's saying a lot considering Dot basically is out of breath all the time when they're like running around. Yeah, I just thought after learning the new song that they might evolve, like the song Birth of Flamebird. Yeah, I mean, these episodes went in a different direction than what I was expecting, but it's nice. I like to expect the unexpected. We just got some merchandise, and we got Liko and Roy with Florgato. And wait, that's not Fuecoco, that's Crocolar. The Fuecoco is going to evolve in the next couple of episodes, probably in September. September, October is my current prediction. That's like a good window, I'd say. Yeah, I wanted y'all thoughts on this idea. So season or arc 4, what if they give the kids a secondary gimmick like Liko getting Dynamax, Roy getting Mega Evolution, and Dot getting Z moves? See, that would be cool. It's just the thing about it is like they would have to kind of just like expand upon that and be like, okay, this is what happened here. Like obviously with D-Max you got Hatterene, so that works out fine. But then, you know, Mega Evolution could probably work too. It's just we need to get Roy a Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, and then Dot getting Z moves. That could work with any of her Pokemon, but I have a hard time seeing Dot doing Z moves, if I'm being honest, besides her live streams. Though it could give her good material for her live streams. It would be cool. It's just how exactly we would go about, you know, obtaining said gimmicks, you know. We'd have to go to the Lola for Z moves, for instance. I mean, who knows what they could do. I feel like they're going to probably stick to probably the current gimmick, but hey, in prior series they showed off some prior gimmicks. I think there was like 1 or 2 Mega Evolutions in Sun and Moon. And then last series I had all 3 at the time. But yeah. We'll see. Do you think Liko is going to win after seeing the preview for episode 63? It's hard to say. There just really isn't enough for me to go off of there. It might be split into 2 episodes, so yeah, maybe. We'll see. She has a very big disadvantage, though. Grass against Ice type? Oof. And against the strongest gym leader? Yeah. She's going to have a hard time, I feel. Honestly, I wonder if Hatterene will do good or flunk, because she's a beast. It'd be very disappointing if it didn't do good. We don't need Kilowattrel 2.0. I didn't even see Nico use Heterim in the episode preview. Oh, it is in the episode preview, though. Yo, Jeffro, what's up? Hope you've been well. I've been doing alright. I got a little sick this last week, but I'm a little bit better now. Probably in the next couple of weeks, I'll probably bring back Mario Kart or something. I haven't done Mario Kart in a minute. I've been taking a break from it. I don't know if Emerald's here or not, but he also likes to stream Mario Kart too. But yeah, I've been doing alright. Just hanging out, yo, and doing these live discussions at least once a week, or whenever the episodes come out, and then my other streams. I'm trying to get back into it. I kind of took a break for a little bit just because I was feeling burnt out, but yeah. Yeah. Oh. Final Fantasy Prelude music. Yeah, honestly, just a what if, mainly because I want the other mons to get something I feel the Horizon staff would have a heart attack attempting to give the non-starters development. Someone pointed out, okay, hear me out here. Someone pointed out that like in Journeys, the starters like development was kind of spread out and kind of mishandled in certain places. So some people point out that Horizons is doing the opposite and hyper focusing on the starters this time around, which I think is kind of becoming an issue. We kind of need the other characters to, do stuff and not get benched constantly, so yeah. When is Tinka Tink gonna... Oh, yep, that's good. Thank you, dude. When is Tinka Tink gonna evolve? It's kind of hard to tell just because, like, it doesn't really battle a ton. Maybe in Arc 4. We'll see. Not sure. I would like it to evolve, but kind of need to see a little bit of development first. Don't need a repeat of Kilowattrel and Heterim. Tinka Tink is going to be a beast when she evolves. Probably, yeah. I could see it being chaotic. Also, the fact Roy and Rayquaza's Pokeball had Rayquaza's Pokeball even when his parents were around says something, because I thought he said his grandpa gave it to him. Yeah, he probably had it for a while, so at least his parents know about it. Actually, thinking about it now, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. It's gonna be cool if we end up running into Roy's parents down the road, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, remember that mysterious Pokeball I had? The ancient Pokeball? Yeah, it actually opened up, and a black Rayquaza came out of it." They're gonna be like, "Really? Okay, you're just making stuff up." But I think that could be an interesting, plot down the road. That kind of opened a little bit of a door there. Give Roy a little bit more development, introduce his parents, all that stuff. That'd be cool. I'd be down. Be down with that. My favorite bird Pokemon is Kilowattrel. What is my favorite one? Staraptor is one of my favorites, personally. Just because it has close combat. If Tinka Tink gets a focus episode in the future, it's evolving. Like, look at what happened with Wattrel and Hatena. Yeah, I'm just saying I don't think that we need, like, a repeat of those two. Just because, in Wattrel's case, it didn't get a ton of development beforehand. So, kind of don't want the same thing to happen with Tinka Tink, but who knows. These are great streams. Seems to be one of the staples on your channel. Yeah, this is probably one of the main draws, actually. The video game streams do alright, but these ones... Well, the thing about it is, I I started out my channel doing Pokemon anime stuff in the beginning. I started around 2018, 2019, and I was doing a bunch of stuff then with the Then series at the time. And I've experimented with my channel over time before I actually started streaming. I didn't start streaming until about 2022. 22, I think. Yeah, it's been a little over 2 years now. And then I kind of just evolved my channel again from there because I was like, okay, you know, I think at that time I was kind of getting burnt out a little bit. I'm like, I kind of need something new on the channel, so I started doing. I started with Pokemon Unite, but then I pivoted over to other stuff. And here I am doing this. I used to do episode reviews, but I've kind of transitioned episode reviews over to this format just because I feel like this is more comfortable. That, and we can all just hang out, you know, chill and, you know, talk about the episodes. Wow, 12 people here. Thank you so much. I know. If you haven't hit that like button, it would help you help. I appreciate it. If you've already liked the video, you've done your part. You've already made your contribution. And also vote in that poll. Honestly, I'm still curious how they're gonna handle the hammer come evolution time because it's so unique. That is gonna be interesting. Maybe it ends up like creating a new one while it's evolving, or like afterwards, or something like that, and makes it stronger. That would be cool. Oh, what's up, Thomas? How's it going? I think at this point, Lico's test will be one episode. It's gonna depend on what how much content is gonna be in the episode. It could split off into a second episode. Who knows? Keyless Dragon Ball, what's up? What episode do you think Fuecoco is evolving in? My prediction right now has kind of moved. Obviously, it didn't happen in this episode, so this is episode 62. Maybe by the end of the arc, maybe like episode 67, 68, 69, somewhere in that range. It's coming soon. If it doesn't happen, I'd be shocked. They just changed their mind, like, yeah, he's not evolving. He's gonna be the starter that doesn't evolve because he's too popular. He's the comic relief. I enjoy the battle. Gotcha. Oh yeah, Mitch, I remembered something I heard a while back, and honestly, it was kind of weird considering how the anime and games are different. I'll follow up with that. Keep up the great stuff. Thank you so much, Jeffro. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for being here. I'll have to jump in one of your streams here soon. I've just been taking a break here and there, but I'll come check it out sometime. Say hi. Maybe bring Emerald or something. Did you notice a part in the episode where both Roy and the Croc were surrounded by a red glow? Yeah, I did see that, very briefly. It didn't. Some people were thinking maybe it would, you know, get Blaze, but that didn't happen. Early hint it's evolving. So somebody said once Cleavor has to be at the BBA because it's only found there in game, and they can't go to Sinnoh or Hisui because it would ruin it for that person, as if the anime hasn't done its own thing. Yeah, I've said it before, but I personally, I don't want it to be found at the Blueberry Academy. I mean, it would be a convenient way for us to go to Blueberry Academy, but I would greatly prefer it if we found Cleavor in like Sinnoh or something. How we're gonna find it, I don't know. Kind of hard to say. I just would prefer that route over just going to Blueberry Academy. Like, oh yeah, there's Cleavor. He's just there. Any explanation? Oh, we found him. We found him. He exists. He may be ancient, but He exists in the modern day somehow. Hee hee. Already done its own thing. I think all of Liko, Roy, and Dot's Pokemon fully evolving. Quite possibly. I mean, I think Meowscarada is going to be a thing. And Quaxwell might as well evolve. It'd be interesting if all three evolved. That'd be the first time it ever happened. It'd definitely make Horizon stand out even more. Nimona actually played a major role. I see. You know what? I was thinking of you. I was thinking of you when she showed up and was doing that in the episode. I'm like, I remember a couple weeks ago Thomas brought that up and was like, hey, you know, I wish Nimona would you know, coach the kids or whatever, or help them out. And I'm like, I know somebody exactly that brought this same exact thing up. So you got your wish, buddy. I wonder how the other students are doing, like Anne and Sandwich. If there was one thing that I have a problem with the arc, is that I wish we got to see Anne more. Like, have her just hang out with Liko, Roy, and Dot, you know? Unless she's actually part of the Explorers. That possibility hasn't completely gone away just yet. Nope. Dang it, Mike. I agree the BBA having Cleaver would just be a cheap cop-out in my eyes. Yeah. Well, and I think if we're doing Blueberry Academy and Kitakami, if those become a thing in the anime, I kind of want it to just go in its order. And if we end up meeting Carmen and Kieran, I feel like we meet them in Kitakami, and then it wouldn't go exactly how the games went, but I feel like they would go in that order, but who knows. Journeys didn't really follow the DLC for Sword and Shield very well, and then we kind of forgot about Isle of Armor. It like doesn't exist. So, yo, what's up, Harlster? How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful night or day wherever you're at. What if they go to the Hisui region to find Cleavor? Well, the only way they're going to the only way they're going to Hisui is if they find like Celebi or something, and they go back that way. Though Terrapagos has kind of demonstrated that, at least in the games, that it can summon people from the past and bring them to the present. So I don't know. Terrapagos is seemingly is being handled different compared to the games, and the games and anime Terrapagos are different. But who knows? So I explained to the person they found Galarian Moltres was found in Galar Mine. Meanwhile, it was found in the Isle of Armor in the game, so it didn't have to be at the BBA yet. They were so adamant that we gotta follow the game. Well, if we gotta follow the games, then does Isle of Armor just not exist in the anime? Or does it exist, but it's just stuck in off-screen land for like all eternity? And Galarian Moltres just like hung out there in off-screen land, just like, you know what? We're gonna go to the Galar Mines now and just like cause mayhem there. You know, these people that are saying this stuff, you should be like, hey, come to the stream and, to have a big old discussion. As long as you're not, being toxic, you're all good. I'll be honest, I haven't watched the episode yet. I just know it's a rematch between Roy and Ryme. I'm just here to vibe, and we'll probably watch the episode after this. Gotcha. It's a pretty good one. I liked it. I recommend. What if Anne gets Hisui and Samurott to match her Dark Explorer pass? Again, we're just operating on the assumption that she is part of the Explorers. That would be interesting. It's 1:33 a.m. for me, and I'm good. How are you? Actually, how is everyone? Oh. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-hour difference from me. Dang. I hope you're not too late. Though I end up staying up late sometimes, to my own detriment. I am still looking for this arc to conclude with Palmont versus King Gambit, followed by a tag battle versus Onyx and Sandwich, followed by a party. It's hard to say how this arc is going to end. My current prediction is there's going to be a conflict with the Explorers and Penny's going to expose them or something like that, and shenanigans will ensue. But who knows? I feel like at the end of each chapter there's been like a climax, you know? So I feel like the same thing's going to happen here. But who knows? We have 10 likes. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it. We hit the 10 like goal. I guess our next like goal is 15 likes. Do you think Kilowattrel has Electro Ball because it learns that move when it evolves in the games? Maybe it just hasn't demonstrated it. I still want an episode where Molly interacts with the nurse. Yeah, we might get that sometime down the road whenever we get back with the gang and we head out. She kind of needs some more like focus. I think it'd be pretty cool. I'm excited for Liko's battle, and I'm so happy she is using more than just Forgato. Yes, yes. Hatterem has already displayed that it's really strong, so... Hopefully it just doesn't end up being like Kilowattrel and just goes down easily. 10% of Anne being part of the Explorers. Like, you mean 10% sure? Guess we'll find out. But yeah, I just brought that up because I remember how you always said the games and anime can be different. Then I encountered somebody who thought the opposite. Well, I mean, the anime and games have some things that are similar, but like, there's a lot of stuff that are different. Like Lily, for example, in the anime versus the games, two completely different characters. Anime Lily was afraid of touching Pokemon for the longest time, whereas in the game she's got Nebby and she's got it in a bag. There's no Pokemon school in the games. There's no Pokemon World Championships in the games. So yeah. Kaiwan, what's up? How you doing, buddy? It's been a minute. Was definitely hoping Fuecoco evolved here, but whatever. Yeah, I kind of had that feeling with the last episode. I'm like, yeah, the chances of it evolving in this episode just declined. Or decreased. But, excuse me. But I'm fine with it. The episode was really good. And the battle was really cool, too. So, I feel like that evolution is coming up here soon. Instead of Dot getting Larry, why didn't Dot get Tulip? Because Tulip likes to dance. I kind of wanted Dot to go up against Kofu, because I feel like Kofu would remind her of her uncle. And it would be an interesting matchup. Plus, you'd have some interesting can't speak, interactions between the two. I just kind of got caught off guard because it's randomly raining outside, out of nowhere. I don't even think it's supposed to be raining right now, guys. where I'm at. Sorry. Yeah, it's like randomly raining out of nowhere. Sorry, I got kind of thrown off by that, so hopefully I don't lose power here. I know, I'm just sitting here like having this discussion, and I hear that, I'm like, what? It's not supposed to rain tonight. That's really random and weird. Gita is the only champion who hasn't battled in the anime. Well, you know, that could change here soon. Maybe she beats up the explorers. Kilowattrel should learn Terra Blast and have Roy forced to use it more. Yes, I agree with that. Let's use Kilowattrel more and more. Yes, yes. Wait, who is Liko battling again? I forgot. Is it Grusha or is it Tulip? It's Grusha. Or am I misremembering completely? Quarantine bag. Nebby's immune system is weak because baby. Get in the bag, Nebby. Surprise, Pokemon School and World Champions do exist in game. Just not how we know of them here. Yeah, Pokemon School is completely different in the anime, though. Stupid cast form, yeah. Why you gotta be raining on my parade? I have been wanting Dot versus Kofu for a while. I know I brought it up in one of these streams before. So yeah, like I feel like that would have been an interesting. That would have been interesting. Like I think Larry works too, and I'm fine with that. But like Kofu would have been more interesting because she'd be like, "Oh, this guy just reminds me of my Uncle Murdoch." And then he just shows up and they end up hitting it off and becoming best friends. Wouldn't that be funny? I'd like that. Liko needs to teach Heteran Hammer Arm or something to give her an advantage. It gets on my nerves how type advantage is not being used well, especially when the gimmick is Terastallization. You know, I've brought this up in a previous stream. You know, I almost feel like that might be intentional, but I might also be wrong when I say this, but it's like I feel like they kind of intentionally got these Terra Orbs, and they're like, oh, that's just their type. Now, if they end up getting, you know, something different at the end when they graduate, maybe they get unique types. That'd be cool. Who knows? Wait a minute, it's not supposed to rain tonight at your house. There's only one possible explanation. Fairy godparents! I had to do it. Kilowattrel has to learn Thunderbolt, right? Or Air Slash. Either or would be fine. I actually wonder how they're gonna handle Kofu and Tulip in the anime unless they're gonna be intro-only characters. I'm kind of... That is one concern I do have. They showed up in the exhibition matches, but I'm kind of worried that they're not going to, like, get any interactions with Roy or Liko, Roy, or Dot. And if that ends up happening, that will be one thing that I kind of gotta, like, you know, critique the series for, because, like, you know, obviously they did show up, and, you know, Horizons has done a much better job than representing the current region's gym leaders versus whatever Journeys did. But, like, yeah, if they're just gonna show up there and then not again, yeah, that's not good. Larry definitely works, but Kofu and Dot interacting with a side of Murdoch interaction, that would be a very fun dynamic and a fun episode. See, you get me. That could work for that could work for a future episode too. But yeah. Maybe they help them train in the future. Because they had a cameo during the Elite Four battles. Hot take, Liko and Dot have had more character development than Ash could only wish for. Ash hardly changes for this entire season. series. Yeah, he has more of a static character development. There's bits and pieces here and there that are pretty good. I don't know if I'd necessarily say that their character development is like completely better, but yeah. I see what you're saying, though. How do you feel about these evolutions? I'm starting to think that they just evolved Hatena for the Grusha battle. I literally said that a little while back where I said, like, it honestly feels like these evolutions happen just for the sake of it. Like, Hatena had to evolve for it to be involved in this battle. And then Wattrel evolved so it could, be, more of a support for this upcoming battle. And that didn't happen. So why even evolve it? The series that shall not be named. Yeah, what is that series? I don't know anything about this series that shall not be named. It exists, I guess. Honestly, I couldn't resist a Fairly Odd Parents joke there, because, man, they did a lot of stupid if X happens, and that's the answer to everything. Like, as if the world can't continue unless magic. Yeah. You're good, man. Liko and Dot should have had a double battle with the MC instead of the talent show they did, but it was still cute. Yeah, it was a little nice segment to kind of just hold us over before the actual battle showed up. At least Moist Critical had his second appearance in Anipoke. Meanwhile, Tinkatink didn't need to evolve, and she participated. Yeah, I still kind of am bothered by the fact that was Tinkatink's first battle, and it was against a gym leader / Elite Four member. Dot, come on now. Break time's over. This series is way better than the series that shall not be named. In my opinion, yeah, I think that we're 62 episodes into this series versus the 62 episodes in the previous series. Although I think the prior series that shall not be named probably had better highs still at this point. I think that I still prefer this series. It's fresh, it's new, it's completely different. They're doing different things with it. So it's a little bit harder to predict. But that's a good thing. If I had to describe Ash's development throughout the series, it'd be the equivalent of a shonen main character where they don't change much character-wise. Yeah, a lot of people compare it, even though it's not shonen. Imagine if Glare went through the hammer and she got to Para 2 or Terra 2, you mean? That would have been screwed. I see. I gotcha. But the way their characters tend to work is when there's an obstacle to overcome or the opposition that challenges their beliefs. Pretty much like Asta from Black Clover. Oh, hey, look. My summoning worked. I managed to summon Fizzle Wizard. I think Katena will beat Ateria unless Grusha recalls it. Hard to say. I'd like it to do some damage. Ash did change a lot, but it was very gradual after the original series. Yeah, it was kind of more subtle here and there. Like I said, there's some nice moments here and there where there's some, background, but he kind of had a static character for most of the series. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're looking for growth, then yeah. I do not miss Ash. The new characters give a different spin to the anime. I mean, it's not necessarily I don't miss Ash. I just feel like his time as the main character had, but it was long overdue for him to step down as the main character. I do think things could have been handled better with his ending, but I still think him winning, the manner of how he won was still really well handled, but yeah. I was watching Ash vs. Cynthia the other day, and why he didn't just recall Dragonite to her ball instead of letting Cynthia just get health back with Dream Eater. Yeah, that battle, like in hindsight, like it's a good fight, but like it kind of feels like it just like suddenly went Ash's way in part 2. It's really weird. Kaiwan. I'm glad Ash is gone. Ash is mid as a character. Okay, we could probably maybe slow down on the Ash Flander. I'm not mad at anyone, I'm just, I get it. Liko kind of bodied in this arc because Florgato is on a losing streak. Yeah, like, she's at a major disadvantage for this Grusha fight, though. Major disadvantage. It's going to be interesting to see how well she performs. You see Pokepanny tried the power of friendship route and hoped that their bond would allow Dragonite to wake up quickly. Honestly, she would have only slept for 2 turns. Or slept in the ball when it woke up. Then woke up. Actually, yes, that makes sense. I hope Liko wins, but I don't see her winning. The dude is the strongest gym leader. See, the thing about it is I'm very conflicted. On one hand, I really think she kind of needs a W here just because she's kind of just been losing a lot lately. But at the same time, it's like she's going up against the strongest gym leader. And she lost to Katie, which is not the strongest gym leader. So, yeah. It would make things questionable. He's been around for 20 years. Of course you'd be sick of him. Yeah, that's what happens when you have a main character for a long time in the spot. Like, you get a little bit of fatigue. It's kind of like with Dragon Ball. After, like, you got through the series and needed GT, there was franchise fatigue, and people were kind of getting tired of it, so it, had to end. And it went away for a number of years before it finally came back, so. I mean, there's some series that can go on for a long time, but, like, the problem that Pokemon had is that it was kind of repetitive. Where it's like, okay, new series, new region, new friends, new goals for the characters. Ash loses the league, moves on to the next region, rinse and repeat. Series kind of had that issue for a long time. Sun and Moon was like the first true step away from that. And then the series that shall not be named, but yeah. I kind of like where Pokemon is at now, personally, because, like, it's kind of gotten out of that repetitive cycle, and now it's kind of doing something different with each series. Each series has its own, like, uniqueness now, so it kind of makes it more interesting, for better or for worse. We know how the series that shall not be named went, so, but I kind of like it in this format where it's just doing its own thing. It's pretty cool. Makes it more unique. Grusha's canonically the strongest gym leader in Paldea and has a type disadvantage. That is true. Honestly, to me, it's like I want her to win, but at the same time, they don't necessarily have to win. Just use their their Pokemon and Terra properly. Yeah, that's the point of this. I don't know if she's going to fail necessarily, but yeah, she's going to have a hard time, that's for sure. I think Liko will do really well in the Grusha battle because Florgato is dodging really well. Maybe a new move would help, maybe Energy Ball. That'd be cool. Also, for that Cynthia battle, I don't care what anyone else says. Dracovic and especially Surfetch pulled their weight. Lucario parts section of the battle I didn't enjoy. Yeah, that last part was kind of eh. I will say Surfetch really did well in that battle. I forgot about that. It's probably the best part of that entire battle, honestly. Liko has a type disadvantage. That's what I thought you meant. No, she needs to take another L instead of having a good streak and be in her feelings and train more like Roy does than get her rematch. The thing about it is, do we have time for that now? We're kind of getting towards the end of this arc, which I'm just gonna say has less than 10 episodes at this point. So I'm not sure if that's the route they're gonna take, but we'll see. You never know. I will say Florgato has gotten stronger and has a strong move now. In the preview, Florgato looked like it is on that John Wick type energy. Interesting. I hope at the end of Horizons we move on to a new set of kids, because I'd rather an anthology series now than Liko, Roy, and Dot again. Yeah, I feel like this series is meant for these characters, and then once it ends, that's it. I don't think Liko, Roy, and Dot have any Pokeballs. We don't know. When Lucario comes out, Cynthia decides to spam one max move and Togekiss and gets knocked out in a couple hits and a Garchomp and 3 Dragon type moves plus Stealth Rock. Lucario was baby fed there. Yeah. I hope the next series literally takes place in high school and we have our first teenage protagonist. Now that's wishful thinking, but it's kind of hard. I don't necessarily see something like that happening, unfortunately. I mean, technically Brock's a teenager. Tracy, Silent. Like, those characters clearly are teenagers. They're not the main character. But yeah, you know what I mean. I just want a Legends Paldea now. The anime really opened up my eyes to the lore Gen 9 has. I feel like Legends Paldea, that's a long way away. Unfortunately. The anime has really... Oh, I've already read that. Honestly, I love Ash's Surfetch and Dracovic. They're the real MVP. Lucario is overrated and stole the spotlight way too much and makes me actually care about him. Yeah. I think Surfetch was probably my favorite of his Pokemon from that series. That shall not be named. Do you think Freed's Pikachu can terrestrialize into a flying type? Maybe. I mean, that would be cool. It really fit with its character. Okay, give me 1 second. Just delete some stuff here. Okay. Deleted. Okay, I am predicting that the Grusha battle will follow the theme of Liko finding her passion for battling, building on what Liko versus Rika started. That is true. That would actually be cool. It shows that she actually really likes battles, and it kind of builds up from there. And that's where we start to see her kind of really growing as a character and as a trainer, Pokemon trainer, too. That'd be really cool, actually. Speaking of teens, I found this awesome Ametheo and Cyrillich cosplay. I'll share it in Discord. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'll take a look at it later. I love Dracovic, and it's an utter goofball, but it loves battling and is really strong. And when it's time to lock in, it will do just that. Dracovic, like, I was kind of indifferent towards it, but, like, I was gonna say it is really strong. think besides that one moment, I think which battle was it where it got like knocked out really easily? Was that Volkner? Or was it Steven? There was a battle where it got knocked out really easily where I was just like, what? In that one Elite Four battle, it like tanked a billion moves. I remember that. It was just a giant tank in that one battle. I think it was Dreadnought. What do you think the next arc is? Unless they take it a completely different direction, probably we're going to find the next heroes. Unless we're like doing like Kitakami or something like that. I feel like we kind of gotta get back on track and finding the other like hero Pokemon. But yeah, I feel like our next arc is probably gonna be like, I think going forward we're gonna focus on like one of the heroes or whatever. So like this upcoming arc is probably gonna be like focused on, you know, finding Cleavor. Maybe we end up going to Sinnoh, we find out information about it, and then go from there. Who knows? This is where things are going to get probably interesting, because like we have the potential of traveling to even more regions. Sinnoh's one. You know, I don't really want them to go to Blueberry Academy for Cleavor, but they could go there for possibly information. But I feel like that would be safe for like a Kitakami Blueberry Academy arc setting kind of thing. But yeah, I feel like we're going to be going to different regions now, which I think is going to add some variety to the series. Grusha will ignite her passion for battling. Remember how Grusha criticized Liko for being frigid? That'd be kind of cool. I could see that kind of getting brought up again, so. Yeah. I think you might be right, Thomas. Maybe if the writers cared, maybe. I think they should go to Area Zero next arc. Already? I feel like Area Zero might be saved for later, but who knows. Steven, after it took the psychic form, Metagross, and then a heavy slam from Aragon after Steven returned Metagross, since it took a vicious run first before Metagross used Psychic. Gotcha. Maybe if the writers cared, they would let Wattrel get some more battle time and some more focus. I really hope that they start kind of, you know, utilizing their second Pokemon better. Because I kind of don't like the hyper focus on the stars. Like, I get that they're starters and, you know, they kind of are going to get a lot of focus since they are the starters. But, like, you're going to catch other Pokemon. Like, show them off. Have them battle. Don't let them just, like, sit to the side. That's kind of one problem I'm having. Maybe I'll make that video. We'll see. I always keep saying, oh, I'll make this video on this, but never get time to do it, so. Maybe I'll actually do this when I get a chance. But yeah, Dracovic did go down really easily. That's just me doing the play-by-play, though. I did forget to mention the agility bait that Ash learned from his training with Paul. Oh, yeah, that episode. That was a nice episode. I won't lie, Dragonite had it rough. She went from 100% win rate to loss after loss, and then finally got a win against Dracopult. That's a long time without a win. Yeah, I remember that. That's where it was like, ooh, this ain't good, yo. Can you make a video about the next upcoming episodes? I mean, when those episodes come, like once we get the titles and summaries, sure. But I don't think we've got new episode titles or summaries yet. But when we do get episode titles and summaries, I'll try to make a video as soon as I can. Yeah, we're more than likely gonna probably hear something this week. So we'll probably get like an episode title or summary. Probably for the next 2 or 3 episodes, maybe. Or at least one episode this week, and then usually we get the summaries for like the upcoming episodes in like the first week of the month. Typically. Who knows? I'll put that together whenever that becomes available. The thing Dragonite's victory felt unsatisfying to me. It was good seeing her win, but it was a Dracopult that had already taken a big chunk of damage from Lucario and Dracovish. Yeah, a win's a win, though. Remember when we had a running gag of Gengar getting up and acting okay, and immediately fainted hard, like he was hit by a taser gun? That was annoying. She didn't do it on her own, which was unfortunate. Yeah, but I'll take the W, I suppose. Yeah, it might be early, but I could see them actually show some of the Paradox Pokemon and introduce them to Arven, just as the introduction to the area, though it could be way soon, like you said. Like, we got the tease in this arc, but, like, I feel like Area 0 is gonna be, like, saved for, like, later in the series. But who knows? I might be wrong. They might be like, well, we're going to Area 0, guys. Your final test is to go to Area 0. Good luck down there. There's, like, really strong Paradox Pokemon. And then again, Screamtail, I think, has been kind of shown off in some of the merch. So, I don't know. Maybe. Look, I can't predict the future. We'll know soon enough if we're going to Area 0 next or not, but I feel like something like that would be best saved for later on, but who knows. Yo, we got like 12 people here. What's up, y'all? If you could do me a favor and vote in the poll, you haven't already, I would definitely appreciate it. Hit that like button if you haven't already. If you have, you've already done your part. If we could get to 15 likes here, that'd be cool. Currently sitting at 11 likes, so 4 more to go. What if they can make Kilowattrel so cool that he keeps losing that he starts doing better? Just need to see some more development for Burbo here. Then he becomes Cool Wattrel. Killa Wintrell. Get it? Killa Wintrell. It was annoying, but I can't lie. I found that Gengar gag a little funny and a little cute. And very in character for Gengar. Weird how Ash's series that shall not be named team had 4 boys, 1 girl, and 1 quote unconfirmed because Rotom is a no gender Pokemon, and yet the anime has shown that they can be male or female upon entering the decks. Yeah, who knows? Have you seen D23 at Disney? I have not. Girl. Geel. Miraculous Holder 365. What's up? I see you retract your message, but hope you're doing well. Remember when we were all wondering if Liko and Roy were going to get Paradox Pokemon? I'm not ruling it out, but it's looking very unlikely it'll happen. Yeah, probably not. Boo, leave now. Bad pun. 7.5 out of 10. It should have been a 2-parter. Oh, okay. I mean, this technically was a 2-parter. If you're talking about the battle, then, yeah, it was kind of short, but I think it was really well done, personally, in my opinion. It's just Kilowattrel should have, you know, gotten some, like, justice compared to the previous episode. Wait, why didn't Houndstone use Last Respects? I don't know. I hope they still get one. Huh? We'll see. Plus Dracovish is genderless too. Yes, the battle. Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, it was a pretty good battle. It's a 1v1, and that's all the time we had for it. I thought the build up for it, like the training and stuff, was pretty cool. Because it ended up needing its own last respect after dying to kill a Wattrel. Rip. 15 votes. I like the animation for Palmont's discharge during training. Oh yeah, that was pretty neat. Some of the animation in this episode was pretty good. What if Roy and Ryme battle together like Brassius, and that's where Fuecoco evolves? I don't know if we're gonna be doing like another exhibition thing, but like it'd be cool. Like whatever happens at the end, they end up teaming up. Like all their the gym leaders that they teamed up with or went up against. That'd be cool. I'd like it. I'd be up for it. It's all gonna depend on what's coming up next. If anything, in an ideal world, it should have been a 3-parter. First, battle. A train rebound episode for Roy and his 2 Pokemon, then a rematch. Kind of like Ash versus Wolfric. Yeah, that actually would have worked out really well. Honestly. I'd be down for that. But the first episode was kind of like, oh, they just arrived on the mountain. Let's hang out and check out the Pokemon here. But yeah, it should have been like that, then the battle, then a training episode where they go into all that and Fuecoco figures out its song. Then we have the actual battle, and then maybe the episode ends with like Liko, Roy, and Dot, arriving in Grusha's town or something like that. That could have been another way they could have handled that. But there just wasn't enough episodes left in the arc to do it, unfortunately. Yeah. We don't have too many episodes left. As we've seen with the first 2 chapters of the series, these arcs usually last about 20 to 25 episodes. So, this arc started with episode 46. We're at episode 62. You can kind of do the math here and kind of tell that we're getting close to the end. Oh, imagine they do this. The final test is all 3 kids at once versus Clavel, aka the principal guy, and they have to fight his Meowscarda, Skirlidirge, and Quavial. Quackruval. I can't even pronounce that. That would be an interesting twist. I kind of was hoping to be like, Arvin and Penny and Nimona are the ones that like hand out the finals, and they have to go up against each like Roy versus Nimona, Liko versus Arvin, Dot versus Penny. And if they win, boom, they pass. They get their Terra Orbs and stuff. Are they going to get rid of the Ho-Ho Gator song? I don't know. Maybe they'll still do it, but maybe they'll just add some variety to it. I thought you were going to say all kids versus Gita. I like that too. I was going to say Gita, but too predictable. Gita would just be like, alright, your Pokemon have to just touch my Pokemon and they pass. I'm just too strong, I'm a champion. Your Pokemon are level 10, my Pokemon are level 50, so yeah. Good luck. Oh boy. Thank you all for being here. We've been going on for a little over an hour, so we'll go on a little bit longer. Geeta needs to go back to school. She's no champion. Yeah, she's not really that hard in the games. Yeah. I think I, like, maybe lost one Pokemon in my battle to her, but the rest I was just like, oh, I'm just, like, one-shotting her. I'm like, this is way too easy. What if they have to battle the Elite Four again? I don't know if that's something they're gonna do a second time, though. Because that was just an exhibition. I'm not sure. We'll see. I think the last test should be them terrestrializing a Pokemon other than their main partner. I would like that. Because I would like to see Kilowatt World, like, terrestrialize. Because technically Nimona has already beat, or hasn't she? I forgot if Nimona has passed the gym trial thing in the anime. They say she's a champion level character in the anime, so I would say yes. Sorry, Thomas. Bye guys, peace out. Alright, Thomas, thank you so much for joining. Have a great rest of the day or night where we're at. We'll see you in the next one. Hope to see you next time. Everyone wish Thomas, aka Green Juice Guy 27, a good night and goodbye. I mean, her team gets a lot better after the DLC, but at that point it's way too late. Yeah, I stopped playing the games, but I understand that you fight her again in the DLC, and she's better that time around, but still, yeah. The original battle's not hard at all. I'm starting to think Geeta just bribed her way to the Elite Four. Interesting. I use my King Gambit first, then send out Gamora last because Supreme Overlord isn't real. Taiwan, what are you doing? I'm liking this music in the background though. Donkey Kong country music. She actually does use her Glimora first and King Gambit last after you beat the Indigo Disc. She has other Pokemon like Chestnut instead of Go-Go. Capitalism. Geeta is champion because of capitalism. Oh wow. Eating banana and in the chat. I see you, Taiwan. Supreme Overlord basically is last respects as an ability, and the more fainted allies, the stronger King Gambit becomes. He just gets really strong. Quaxley barely got any battle time in the first season. Yeah, it's mainly because Dot wasn't really focused on in the first part. Liko and Roy were kind of the main focus in like the first 2 chapters, and Dot made her appearances here and there, but like she wasn't out like battling a ton. I think episode 16 was like the big moment where she really came out. That's where she caught Quaxley too. But this arc, she essentially has become like the third main character here. Not sure if it's going to go back to being that way once we go back on the ship, but yeah. I hope not. Won't lie, I'm surprised Quaxley wasn't already caught prior to the start, because they practically grew up together. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a problem, but I was just like, oh, that's not her Pokemon, and now it's becoming her Pokemon? Okay, I guess. Here's Quaxley win rate. 2 wins, 3 losses. Oof. Facts there. Yeah, I don't think... How do I say this? Like, again, Dot wasn't like... I mean, Dot's always had good development throughout the series, but like, first 2 arcs didn't really focus on her as much as the other 2 characters. This is the arc where she really kind of like became more vocal and actually, you know, is here all the time. She's traveling with Liko and Roy, so you know, this arc has been kind of a refreshing arc. Kind of feels like a throwback to the previous series while also doing something completely new. Too bad the other Rising Volt tacklers kind of had to just take a back seat. Well, we're just getting started with her, and she'll definitely lose a lot more in the future. She'll lose more before she wins. Okay, Final Fantasy VII music. But yeah. So kind of random, but I started my first ever Nuzlocke last night doing Sword and Shield and already had 2 major scares. Ooh. I don't know, I just never got into Nuzlocks myself. Sounds cool, but I guess just not my thing. She touched grass and now she's one of the best characters. She was already one of the best characters before she even touched grass. Hopefully we get development for the other Rising Volt tacklers. Just a crumb, please. Molly probably needs it next. Orla, her development was... I kind of want to see more from Fried and Orla's like past because they're childhood friends. That'd be cool. We've already got Murdoch's development too, so... Did Quaxley lose to Fuecoco in episode 59? What was episode 59 again? Wasn't that the episode where Quaxley evolved? Wasn't that Dot versus Larry? I think so. I think that was Dot versus Larry. I don't think so. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe or what? No, actually no. That was a lot earlier. I know what you're talking about now. That happened a while back. I believe so. Yeah, because like Dot couldn't concentrate. And Quaxley was just getting beat up by Fuecoco. Yeah, I remember that now. I remember that all now. Thankfully nobody died yet. Man, that would be tragic. Do you think Liko will give up Heteram so she can be a nurse? Probably not. I'd say no. I don't see them parting ways with their Pokemon at the moment. They only have 2 Pokemon, so it'd be weird if they just parted ways with one of them. Huh. If Dot catches a grass type instead of a congratulations, she gets this response. Oh, look, you finally touched a grass type, big girl. Now drop the suit and get a life. Dang. That's a bit of a reality check. I mean, I guess the streaming gets her money, so I guess who are we to complain? It was the Iono battle practice training. Yeah, I remember it now. Dot could not concentrate because she was just getting nervous. Definitely want more of Molly and Orla, and don't get me wrong, I know it's the explorers. I know Orla isn't battle oriented. How do I say this? She has a Metagross? I know, right? I'm still waiting for that Emethio backstory. I'm gonna need a whole episode dedicated to that. Do you think Roy is gonna release Kilowattrel because of its flock? No, probably not. Considering that Wattrel didn't go back to it when it had the opportunity, I'd say no. I wanted to go with Roy. I doubt it mentioned it last week, but it was more of a joke than anything. That may be me being very harsh, but it's Metagross, and you tend to have some sort of high standard. Yeah. Fair point. Emethio is just a Gibeon clone. Oh. So it's gonna be that. Where Emethio just became a clone of him. That would be what are we getting into, like Metal Gear Solid territory? Metal Gear Solid territory? Have you watched any Disney movies? I mean, I've watched Disney movies in the past. What's up, by the way?
Yeah, not much. Just getting something to drink.
You want to say hi to the chat?
Hi, chat.
Matt says hi, y'all.
Yeah. That's what I just did just now.
I guess I'll turn it over to Matt. Have you watched any Disney movies, Matt?
I mean, technically, yeah. I've seen a lot of Disney movies just not recently.
No. Do you think they will catch a new Pokemon in the next arc? If so, what Pokemon? Possibly, but their secondary Pokemon need development first, in my opinion. Pokefan and Harlster say hi. And Super Plush Production says hi. The Singing Snorlax says hi. You got 4 different people saying hi to you, Matt. Not sure if they could hear you. And as a part of the Explorers, and Emethio as a clone. Sure, I'll buy into that. Why not? Yeah, at this point. And pigs fly. Literally type pigs. What next? Lugia's lay golden eggs. The Explorer's boss and Emethio's grandfather. Have you been to Disney parks? I went to MGM Studios. That was a long time ago. I've never been to Disney World. How about you, Matt?
What's up?
Have you ever been to Disney World?
No. The one time we went to Florida when I was a kid, we opted for Islands of Adventure.
Islands of Adventure.
Yeah.
I went to MGM Studios and rode on that Aerosmith ride.
Neat.
It was fun.
Yeah. I rode the Incredible Hulk roller coaster and the Dueling Dragons back when it still existed.
Gotcha.
That was pretty neat. Yeah.
I hope Amethio joins the Raisin Volt Tacklers. I guess we have a new faction. The Raisin Volt Tacklers have new rivals. They're called the Raisin Volt Tacklers. No. I don't know if he's going to join them, but maybe he'll see the error of his ways by the end of the series. Who knows? The clone stuff gives me Owl House vibes. Won't spoil who's the clone, but yeah, gotcha. I think you should go back to Disney because it's fun. I mean, kind of need money and time for that. Maybe one day. I mean, I got plenty of money to do something like that, but I just gotta find time off and people to actually go with me, you know? I think I'm waiting for Super Nintendo World to come out. I think Super Nintendo World opens up next summer. Maybe not next summer, but next year, I believe, in Florida. I've been kind of looking out to see when that opens up, so it's probably going to be what I'm going to do if I take a trip to Florida. I spell bad. No, you're good. Sometimes you just gotta, roll with it sometimes. Hence why I said Raisin Volt Tacklers. Amethio got jealous of the Raisin Volt Tacklers, so he got kicked out of the Explorers, so now he started the Raisin Volt Tacklers. He just found some random Pikachu that is somehow just as strong as Cap. Don't ask how he pulled it off. Alright, then let me join in on this. Onyx is the son of a rock-type teacher, the sister of Ryme. Oh. Now we're weaving in everything. Makes sense. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta roll with it. Speaking of Universal, did you know they had a Spike's Family mini-stage show with Lloyd and Yor, and then a cafe with a little gift shop? Really? That's cool. Yeah, I think the main thing I'm kind of looking out for is Super Nintendo World because, yeah. Kind of one of those things where you kind of have to go. Japan only, though. God, that's what I figured. Yeah, and what's his face? El Numa from Zelda. The Zelda team was spotted there. So I think there's going to be a Zelda part in Super Nintendo World. So, yeah, definitely going. Yeah. Thanks for the like. Up to 12 likes. We just need 3 more to get to 15. Actually, no, we need 2 more. Go.
Yeah. I'll have fun. We eat this white quesadilla I made and get some more Baldur's Gate, I think.
Alright, sounds good. Mm-hmm. Okay, guys. Y'all want to stick around and chat? If you got anything else to talk about, go ahead and leave it in the chat. I'll go on for a little bit longer. And then they literally did almost all of Season 1 as a live stage play that was on tour. Wish we could have gotten that here. Would have been nice. I'd be down for that. I got another crack theory. Songo is related to Lacey. Me praying to myself that this doesn't turn out to be true. Well, don't jinx yourself. If Liko wins, it would be a major W. I would say Liko is a little bit stronger than Roy, but Roy has better hacks. Foy Coco really showed itself off in this recent battle, so yeah. But yeah, if Liko wins this battle, that's kind of a big deal. She's just defeated the strongest gym leader in the region, so yeah. They even got little children to play Anya instead of a grown woman to be Anya in an Anya costume. Clay is raising a model student and a criminal. I can see it. Interesting. I really want Liko to win after her break. She deserves a victory to celebrate with her Pokemon. Yeah, she's gonna have a really hard time though. That's the only thing. She's definitely got, like, Roy had it rough. Dot had it rough for sure. Yeah. But I think Liko's gonna have the hardest time here. Though I can't lie, the thought of two sisters with pink hair, with one being very strict and calm and serious while the other is laid back and has anger issues would be very funny. That would be kind of an interesting dynamic, actually. I kind of have to take a look at the two and see if they line up. Huh. These kids are gonna need some therapy after this arc because they're stressed. Yeah, that's for sure. And I'm starting to convince myself of that joke theory. Oh, well, I said, don't jinx yourself. No easy passes for either of them. Liko, Roy, E-Roy, and Dot. Our boy Roy. Okay. What else you guys got for me? Actually, hold that thought. I gotta pee. So, you guys just leave some more chats in the chat, and I'll be right back. You got it? I'll be right back. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Alright. What else you got for me? I know what happened to Lucius. He's just chilling in Gibeon's house and at his room as his roommate, and this whole find the hero Pokemon and defeating explorers is just a huge prank to screw everyone. He just excuse me. He just shows up at the end. Psych! I was just doing it to mess with you guys. And you all thought I was being serious. Oh, you thought I was going to try and destroy the world? Nah. 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 I'm just an old man and I'm bored. I wanted one last laugh before the end. And now I die. No, Lucian left all of his treasure in one island and wants everyone to go and look for it. Okay, One Piece. Amethio really thinks I need Requiem. Lucius got him. Could actually buy that explanation there. Fine. I'll do it myself. Okay, Thantos. So, is he getting the Infinity Stones? We're gonna have to worry about Spinel like wiping out half of existence. That's right, Lucius was the true owner of the One Piece. Oh, I just saw your Discord thing. Pokefan. Maybe he went to go to be Hokage instead? In the village hidden in the leaves? Aren't they dealing with some bigger problems nowadays? Aren't they dealing with Ten-Tails spawn nowadays? At least that's what's currently going on in the latest chapters of Burrito. Gosh, I hope not. Spinel would absolutely do some things if he got the Cosmos version of Lucky Charms. Oof. Yeah. Anyone that gets in his way. Goodbye. Goodbye. Now he's secretly chilling with Mighty G. That's where Mighty G's been all this time? Pokemon Horizons has better animation than Burrito. Yeah. Except for those highlight episodes. I guess we'll see what happens when they ever decide to bring it back. Maybe they'll make it like Bleach. 1000-Year Blood War arc has been really good, anime-wise, so they could do the same thing there. Maybe the series would actually be, you know, good. At least not have 100 episodes that has nothing to do with the main plot. But yeah. Yeah, we don't do them fillers no more. Unless your name is well, Pokemon doesn't even really do fillers anymore. Lucius has definitely been the real author of the My Hero Academia fandom debates. He just wants drama to fill the time while waiting for the eternal prison that is Riku of Reddit edition. Well, MHA has ended, but then again, the anime exists, so that can live on until it inevitably ends. Whenever that will be. Speaking of animators or animation, does anyone have any anime suggestions? Depends. What are you into? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for sure. If you're looking for shonen, Jujutsu Kaisen's pretty good. It doesn't come out until January, but Sakamoto Days is probably going to be good. If you want something that's really interesting, if you have Netflix, check out Delicious in Dungeon. Very interesting anime. Going in the dungeon and cooking monsters. There's a little bit more to the plot, but like, I'd say if you want something that's a little different, I would definitely check out Delicious in Dungeon. What else new? Slice of life, shonen, horror, sci-fi. Kind of point do you think fits Liko really well? I know it sounds cheesy, but I think Gardevoir would work with her really well. I quite like Undead Unluck or maybe Kaiju number 8. I haven't watched Kaiju number 8. I'll have to get into that soon. Undead Unluck is interesting. Spike's Family is really good. Besides that, in Pokemon, my anime palette is limited because I never really cared for it. Always been more of a Western animated guy. Gotcha. I'll just finish Delicious. Yeah, dang. Alright, have to come up with something else then. Do you like... If you want something that's a little bit darker, Vinland Saga is pretty good. It's historical too. Obviously, they take liberties with it, but some of the characters are real, existed in real life. It's really good. Very violent though, but really good. Dan, okay. We actually got a summary for episode 62. You're talking about 63? Or 64? Because this is episode 62, bro. For non-anime, it's like an anime, I'd recommend Infinity Trainer, Owl House. Gotcha. Spike's Family is really good show, actually. I'm watching Mr. on Sword. Gotcha. Might give that show a try. Heard things about Vinland Saga. Yeah, I'll just say it is very violent, but it is very good. Trying to think what else. Another one me and Nick have been watching is Golden Kamuy, but we haven't finished it. We got like halfway through it. I think we just started season 3, and then Crunchyroll was like, nope, can't watch any more episodes. You gotta pay for a subscription now. So we haven't watched it since then, but Golden Kamuy is very interesting. It is very violent though, but it is interesting. Infinity Train. Oh. We still go how to get away with this despite being 18 plus. Oh. This is the live discussion. I tried Cowboy Bebop one night, but the quality I found wasn't the best. I mean, it's an older show, but it's still pretty good. You said there was no summary for episode 62. I checked 1 week later, and when did I say that? Did I say that in the stream? I don't remember. Or did I say that in the video? Probably when I made that video, there was no summary at the time. There wasn't a summary for this one because I honestly don't know why, because Fuecoco didn't evolve, but we didn't have a summary for a while. We probably got the summary right before the episode aired. But yeah, anyways, I'm trying to think what else I could recommend anime-wise. I'd say stay away from pretty much most of isekai. Yeah. Might be a few others. Oh. Nah, don't worry about it, Super Plush. I was just a little confused. Don't worry about it. I watch way too much, gotcha. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's another one. I also tried My Hero Academia with a friend, but had to binge so much nonstop since he was hooked and I got burnt out. Didn't take no being able to take breaks. Also, one part reminded me of the past and real life trauma. So, oh, I see. Yeah, I guess it depends on. I'm too far into MHA, so I'm at that point where I'm like, I might as well finish it. It's hard to stay away from music. How about Overlord? I haven't watched Overlord. A new isekai I like is Not Allowed in Another World. Overlord is good, and Slime. I heard Reincarnated Slime's pretty good. I just haven't watched it. I'm just saying there's some isekai that I'm like, you gotta stay clear of because, like, it's not the best. Huh. In the preview to episode 63, we see Grusha terrestrializing, so I don't think it's gonna be a two-parter. I guess we'll see what happens. Try B-Stars. Oh boy. I think I know that series. Anime's always been a weird middle ground for me growing up. Used to get shoved down. School made me turn away. Yeah, it's to each their own, I suppose. For me, it was the opposite. If people found out I liked anime, they'd like make fun of me. After a while, I'm just like, I don't care. I enjoy what I enjoy, so. Oh yeah, by the way, one more like and we're at 15. Now I'm trying to dip my toes, but still cautious. Do you think Grusha's... sit tight in those liquidation. I don't know. I guess we'll find out with this upcoming episode. I love what I love. Lol. Yep. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, we're coming up to the 2-hour mark. I'm getting a little sleepy, so, I think we'll probably wrap it up here at about 2 hours. So, if you guys want to, leave some more chats here before we come to an end here, feel free to do so. But yeah, at about the 2-hour mark, we'll probably wrap things up. I'm getting a little sleepy. Fuecoco has not learned a new move yet. I mean, it learned a bunch of moves already, so I'm kind of satisfied with its moveset. I agree, I love what I love, just happened to be more USA oriented. Oh, look, it's none other than Pokemon Trainer Emerald. He actually showed up. It's funny, about 10 or 11 years ago you get mocked for like an anime, but nowadays it's quite popular. Yeah, it's pretty much mainstream now. It's kind of the opposite. Nowadays it's kind of funny how things turn. Gotta go anyways to do something. It's been fun though. Alright. No problem, Poke fan. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I'll get with you sometime this week. And yeah. Everyone wish Poke fan a good night. I need Jigglypuff to sing me to sleep. Wouldn't that be easy? Will say though, I'm definitely gonna try to with more anime. Okay, that's fine. I got recommendations. Just let me know. Good. Yep. Naruto, Sword Art Online, Attack on Titan Season 1, One Punch Man Season 1, they all help spread anime here in the West. I gotta watch more One Punch Man. Not really getting much subscribers. I'm thinking maybe I should do a Pokemon series, but I don't know what to do. Just do whatever you want to do, bro. You know, it's gotta start somewhere. ADM is usually always open or silent. I'm sleeping. Gotcha, man. Have a good night, Poke fan. See ya in the next one. Season 3 incoming. Well, I'll get caught up eventually. I'll put it on the list. My ever-growing list. Can't wait for Season 3, whenever that will be. And I'm ready for the next season of Demon Slayer. If I remember correctly, we're not getting another season. The last arc is being split between 3 different movies, and I think that will be the end of Demon Slayer, unless they decide to like condense it into like 1 or 2 different seasons or something. Who knows? They technically did that with the Mugen Train. Kind of threw it into Season 2. Factor, have you watched any Pokemon Kanto? Yep. I watched the original series. Oh yeah, another anime I do recommend is Fire Force. Another thing, you should probably make that list shorter if shows are something you look forward to the most. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I think you should be willing to, you know, step out of your comfort zone sometimes. But yeah. There's just a list of shows that I need to watch that I will get to one day. Just not today. How do you feel about these evolutions? Like I said, the 2 kind of feel like they kind of happen just for the sake of it. Quaxly's evolution was pretty good. We'll see how Fuecoco's is if it evolves anytime soon. We watched even the band episodes here and there. I watched the band episode. It's interesting. It's between 3 different movies. Unless they want to milk it by cutting down the movies into episodes, you could probably just get 2, possibly 3 seasons. Probably. What is your favorite Pokemon anime starters? Mine is the Orange Island League. Oh, series? You mean? Sun and Moon. Then maybe original series or Diamond and Pearl. Also, Attack on Titan is getting a movie too. Of course it is. I was unfortunately looking to be a Java. Who's Jenny in it? Yeah, don't remind me. covering the whole final season, so it's being no surprise if it's Demon Slayer. Well, it makes too much money. Like, when Mugen Train came out, it was like the #1 movie in 2020, which is a pretty big deal. Getting a movie. It's funny that the JJK manga is almost over. There's 4 chapters left. Yeah, it's kind of surprising to me because, yeah, it kind of felt a bit abrupt, not gonna lie, but I did like the surprise that we got in this latest chapter, though. I won't spoil it, but ooh, did not see that coming. What are your favorite starters in the region? My favorite starters are probably like Hoenn. Is that good? Well, One Piece is not ending anytime soon. Black Clover is released like every 3 months. Yeah, that depresses me. I was gonna say, I think the series would be over by now, but man, why? That being said, Tabata apparently is like doing really well nowadays. He's actually healthy now, so I guess I can't really complain, you know. I mean, if the authors, you know, went from being, you know, the mangaka is being, you know, overworked, trying to do this weekly, and going this schedule is gonna work better, and that makes them healthier. So, like, guess that's the way it's gonna be. It'll eventually get there. Oh, time to start watching JJK Emerald. Weekly is very taxing on the body, especially with the family being a lot. I think you should give it a chance. I mean, I'd at least try it out, and not just outright and like not try it. I think you'd like it if you tried it. Just saying. Oh, well, you're missing out then, bud. What's left in the magazine after JJK ends? Kagurabachi. Very new series that's blowing up that I would recommend checking out. Alright, guys. I appreciate the combo here, but I need to wrap things up because it's getting a little... Okay, Emerald. You're missing out, just saying. I still think you should probably at least try it out, but I'm not gonna, like, force you, but I just say try it out, but... Alright, anyways, I'm gonna wrap things up here, guys. I appreciate the chit chat, but it's getting a little late. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the poll. Ended at a 9/10, so we'll give it a 9. But yeah, anyways, guys, we got quite a bit of streaming going on this week. Skyward Sword tomorrow, Genshin Natlan Tuesday through Thursday, this stream on Saturday. So yeah, it's gonna be quite the week. Alrighty, so anyways, if you're still here, thank you so much for joining. This episode's a 9 out of 10. Everyone have a great rest of the day or night wherever you're at, and I will see you all later. Bye.